What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about Hologram. I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down on what's really been coming out associated to the company itself, and if Hologram's still a squeeze play or not. Before we get into any of that, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So starting off on Friday, it did go up 1.97%. A lot of volatility, and once I go over the technicals, that'll make a little bit more sense. But you have seen lower and lower volume, so 12.3 million shares being traded, 19.19 is the average. Majority of the volume is linked to just either shorting or kind of swing trades, algorithmic trading and stuff like that, because you haven't seen all that much coming from institutions. So over this last little bit, this shows over the last, I think it's 60 days or something like that, on the secondary market above $100,000. So there was one on the 26th, 25th, but still it's kind of few and far between. So institutions aren't getting in as much as they once were back in the day, clearly when it was squeezing huge amounts of volume and whatever else. And I feel like what recently did come out was more of a red flag. So with their recent prospectus that came out right here on June the 20th, that is very damaging. In my last video, I kind of talked on how this right here would be kind of the death of Hologram. And that's kind of it. I know it sounds harsh, but in reality, it is true. For those of you that have been around the block, kind of talking on and looking at various companies, once one company goes down this route of looking at, I guess, toxic funders, as what they're considered, it's just like basically game over. You can try to rectify it through other forms of capital raises, but once you get down this route of convertible toxic lending, it's just damaging beyond belief. So this is why it has been going down. Just shorts are very much aware of this and they are pouncing like crazy. Although they're kind of pouncing too much. So that could again allude to a squeeze. But as I've said in the past, it all comes down to the company itself, because right here, there hasn't been any news ever since February the 7th. And that's really what kickstarted like Hologram's real success. One of the very big squeezes that they've had over this last little bit. And I do want to clarify something. So I guess my last video, maybe I did it unknowingly. I did say a insider was selling. Maybe I was assuming SoundHound by accident, because I know that was a recent situation that did happen. These are all the insiders that have sold over this last little bit. So April 2024 was the last sale, and that was done by Felix. It was a straight up sell, so not for tax purposes or anything along those lines, and it was for $4.6 million. So my apologies, I guess I must have misspoke again based on that. So there wasn't recent insiders selling. So again, I just wanted to clarify. But like I said, because of this recent prospectus, shorts have really started to increase. And normally what does happen, whenever I cover a stock that has done a recent reverse stock split, so meaning within the last 2 weeks, so Hologram's last reverse stock split was on February the 2nd, and it was a 1-for-10. But normally, whenever a company does a reverse stock split, it skews the data coming from Ortex. Because when I did look this up, I was kind of shocked because it shows 155.57% of the free floats being shorted. That works out to be 6.11 million shares overall are being shorted. So just want to draw your attention. So remember the 6.11 million. You can see shares on loan 14.05 million. So that is a very clear indication that there is naked shorting, because just looking right here, the free float is only 3.93 million. So the math isn't mathing. So it's very interesting because this could be a sign that the company itself has massively diluted. Based on dilution tracker, it does point that they have done that. But there's been nothing to come out from the company itself to show that they have diluted. So potentially this could be legitimate, that shorts have just maybe overextended themselves too much, where this is a squeeze play. My last couple of videos, I have kind of talked on how last time it did run up, it was at like 50-60% short interest. So right now 155% is kind of high. On Friday alone, shorts did increase 370.26 thousand shares. Cost of our average is a little bit higher than the day prior, so Thursday. So it is sitting at 18.92%, and then utilization 96.17%. So hologram, for the most part, has been a squeezed play, and I do feel once people see this information, it might really incentivize some buying, and just based on this, prompt a squeeze. So we'll just have to wait and see. Like I said, this could be because of one of two things: just excessive dilution has been occurring, or potentially shorts legitimately have just overdone themselves too much. And plus, market makers, coming from their standpoint, they've just been issuing synthetics and fake shares like for a very long time. So something, just again, the math doesn't math. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. If you are looking at trading hologram though, with it right now at 82 cents and change, it is trading between this S2 and this S1, so 77 cents is that next strong support. On the flip side, 88 cents is going to be that next strong resistance / target, and that's actually what hologram did bounce off of on Friday. So I think when it comes down to hologram, like I've said in the past, all it needs is capital to get in, and then it can easily go up. Like in the past year and a half, if we kind of zoom out on this chart right here, like you see that it's actually gone on quite a few crazy squeezes, and it wasn't actually that much news to really prompt these. So I don't think it's out of the realm of possibilities to signal or kind of say that another one could happen. And I think out of all of this time period, this is probably when shorts have been the most overextended. So something to kind of keep in mind. You guys do your own due diligence at the end of the day, no matter what. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on hologram in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And one final thing I just wanted to share with you: take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it, and they give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Kick-ass deal, link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.